Hi, I'm Bernadette Doyle. You're watching Client Magnets TV, and we're in the middle of a special series that we're doing called Lessons from Necker. And this is inspired by a trip that I've just made to Necker Island. That's Richard Branson's private island, an incredible opportunity to hang out for a week on the private island of a billionaire, to get up close and personal and get a glimpse into his lifestyle, how he does things. And I learned so much that I just really want to share it with you through these videos. So today I want to talk to you about service, because what I learned at Necker and the way that they have it set up is just really expanded my thinking, encouraged me to think bigger, and I hope that it will do the same as I share it with you. So the first thing I learned, this is on the boat journey, where we were met by attractive, very smiley, competent people that met us from the airport and took us then by boat to Necker Island, because that's the only way that you can travel there. They were telling me that there are 60 staff on the island, even though there were only 28 guests. That's the maximum guests they can handle. So 2-to-1 ratio of staff to guests. So that straight away kind of got me thinking. But what these guys do, they're so incredible, because excellence isn't even the right word for the amount of service that they provide to you. Pretty much everything's designed so whatever you would want is right there when you need it. But if there is anything that hasn't been anticipated, you just request it, and there is someone who is willing to bring it to you, and not just willing, seems happy to have the opportunity to serve you in that way. And the thing that just really struck me is how there are many moving parts, and they thought through so many of the details. So let me give you an example. We went on a boat trip where we were going to go snorkeling and then do a walk on a special island, and then snorkel back out to the boat again. And I remember saying to one of the staff, "Do I need to bring a towel?" And he's like, "No, we've got everything." And he was absolutely right. They had our towels, they had all the snorkels, they had all of our stuff, they had all the sun lotion gear and everything they need. They had a cooler full of nice cool drinks, which went down well. And everything was thought of, even to the music that they played on the boat while they took us out. So everything's been thought of. But the way that they do it, for me, my assumption before I went to Necker Island was to have that level of expertise would require a lot of running around, a lot of frantic people getting stressed out to make sure that every detail has happened. And what really struck me is that the way these people are, they just do it with such grace and ease, because it struck me that they've got such an amazing team there. And it is like the creme de la creme job. Like, it is a job where people rise through the other Virgin organisations to get this type of job. So they really do have the best of the Virgin people. But it's not about what they're doing, it's who they're being. And they have an attitude there where it all gets done, but I never ever saw one person flap or even look remotely stressed. And it really got me thinking, because I know, I can get very focused on what I'm trying to do, and then have an energy of stress around me that I know affects people, around me. And if I'd have seen any of the staff getting stressed, it would have diminished my experience. And the fact that what I was observing was just what I'm going to just call grace and ease. That was enhancing my experience. So this was like a really big lesson for me, because this is like an invitation to a whole new way of being and operating. I'll just give you another example. Like, one day I was in the hot tub, as you are at lunchtime, after you've done some business brainstorming. So once I was in the hot tub, and I realised I'd got into the hot tub and I hadn't brought a towel with me. And so there's a bar there, one of the staff was at the bar, and I said, "Would you mind bringing me a towel?" And he said, "No problem," and he brought 2 towels. And the reason he brought 2 towels was because my friend was beside me, and even though she hadn't asked for a towel, he wasn't going to bring one for me without bringing one for her. So incredible attention to detail, incredible attention, and it's just an incredible experience. So I hope that's got you thinking about some of the different ways that you might be able to produce excellent results, but in a way that doesn't require you or the people around you having to freak out, stress out. Here was an example from a billionaire's island of a really high, the highest standard of living that I've ever experienced, and yet it just happening in such a relaxed, easy way. So I hope that's given you some food for thought, and I look forward to seeing you on a future episode of Client Magnets TV.